need to have water in my bag. I'm so thirsty. The hot tub makes me really thirsty. Oh, guys, I love being on vacation. But you know, I do this at my gym at home all the time. It feels cold. Ah, cold. Okay guys, let me show you my other view. Okay, so this is the whole little, this is the adult only section, and everybody else, well, no, I don't know about everybody on the boat, but most people are out on the island. Most people are out on the island. So it's pretty empty in this adult only pool area that I'm in. And it's all like, what do you call it, Egyptian theme. It's called the Solarium Cafe. So it has like a little cafe bar area. It's too early, so none of this stuff's open. I mean, it's like, what, 8 in the morning or something? I'm an early bird, guys. I like to do stuff early. But it's really nice here. I love nice vacations, nice things. Look at that back there, guys. You can see the, I think it's St. Martin. I'm pretty sure this is St. Martin in back of me, but it could be somewhere else. I don't know. I don't keep up with all the little places, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out there and maybe go on a tour. But I just wanted to spend some alone time. You know, I'm a loner. I'm a bit of a loner. I mean, in my lifetime, I've had lots and lots of people around me. Hundreds and thousands of people around me in my lifetime. But, you know, for many reasons. So many reasons. But in the midst of all that exposure and access to people, places, and things, I'm really just a loner. I've really never had anyone to truly want me. Not truly. I mean, you know, people have utilized me, you know, as we should utilize each other, you know. But I was born to teenage parents. And most people know that teenagers do not want to be parents. So I came here unwanted. And for the most part, yeah, I was provided for, well provided for. You know, I don't come from a broke family. You know, we're not broke people. We're not rich. I've never been rich per se. You know, I don't think. I don't know. I don't even know what rich is. I mean, you know, what is it? It's not a matter of money to me. I mean, I know we think rich is $1 million, $1 billion, and $1 trillion and stuff. I get that. But it's not limited to that, guys. It really isn't. So I use the word wealth more. Wealth makes more sense to my family. We're not rich, but we're definitely wealthy in the way that we manage our assets. And it's not many, but it's not about how many assets you have. It's the assets that you do have, what do you do with them? That's the real thing. So anyway, it's just nice to be able to always know who I am and know what my own individual accomplishments and contribution to the world is, so that when other people try to discount me or even steal what I have, I mean, I always have intrinsic internal value that no one can steal. People may be able to steal my external stuff, like husbands and half my pension and things like that, try to attack it. But see, Most High ain't gonna let nobody mess with my money that I earn, because He put me in that position. Most High put me in that position, and He know what work I did, and He know what I earned, and He know what the original agreements were. And just because people change their minds and their attitudes because they're sleeping with somebody new, Most High doesn't change because the man changed. Most High doesn't change because the woman changed. A woman is just a man with a womb. Duh. So mankind does not change or move the needle of God. Mankind does not have the power to move the needle of God. Now He says that we can ask for our desires and He will grant them. That's a part of His contract, the asking and receiving. That's not moving His needle of righteousness. We don't have the power to tell God that, okay, you know what, I don't want this woman that you sent me that I prayed for. I'm tired of her. I don't like her. You sent the wrong woman, God. I don't want the woman you sent me. I want this one over here. She got more money. She's white, or she, you know. And then again, I'm a woman, so I speak from a woman's perspective. Men can have this same conversation. Can men have the same conversation? Yes. But I'm a woman, so I speak from a woman's perspective. You know what I mean? If I was a man, I would be saying the same stuff about women. I would be saying, guess what, women? You can steal whatever you want from me on the outside. You know, try to. You know what I mean? But you can't take my soul. You can't take my inside. No woman should be trying to break down a man. No man should be trying to break down a woman. What is the point? You should help build each other up, not tear each other down. You know. So, I enjoy my life right now, guys. I hope you can just see the relief in my face. I mean, like, whew. I have just endured, survived the most challenging relationship of my lifetime. And I'm happy, and I'm here to celebrate it in the big way and just tell the world that no matter who breaks your heart, who changes their mind, who, you know, don't want you no more and all that, it has nothing to do with what God promised from the beginning. Most High will still have His way, and He will win. He will win. Because we have to remember, when it comes to marriage, and sometimes legal marriage miss this part. Legal marriage can miss this part. You have Most High, okay? Most High, He brings together a man and a woman. We're poly from the rip. It's never just a man and a woman in a relationship. You got to remember Most High. And He has no respect of person. He don't favor the man over the woman or the woman over the man. He has no favorite between the two. But He shows favor. He shows favor to those who have a wife. Do you have a wife or do you have a homewrecker? Some men try to turn a homewrecker into a wife. Okay, turn a homewrecker into a wife. It don't work. I know they use the word hoe into a wife. Homewreckers are just as bad. Oh my God, they're opening up the ceiling. Look guys, I'm gonna point it up so you can see. They're opening up the ceiling so that natural sun can come through. I mean, it's already a window, you know. It's already a glass ceiling, and then they're gonna open it to the sky. I guess to keep the pool water warm. Yeah. So this is my purification trip, my celebration trip, you know, my closure trip. Closure that both my exes are legally married. They're off my radar. I'm safe, you know, safe to be me and wait on blessings, because again, my exes were not fair. They weren't fair to me, neither one of them. Now, to be honest, I really don't expect anything from the first husband. I don't. But I believe he owed the children. The Bible says we're supposed to set up generational wealth for our children. So I expect the first husband to honor our children and grandchildren, since he ran a successful business that I co-founded and actually gave its name. I'm a co-founder and actually named our family business that he's ran for over 30 years and is very successful. Okay? It's my energy, my baby, my birth. I birthed that baby for him. I raised 2 daughters for him, and he raised that business, which is like a son, for us. And I think that was fair. He raised our son, the business, and I raised our daughters. And one of our daughters, she learned the business as early as age 11. It could have been before, but she officially was tinting whole car windows, the entire car, at age 11. And she learned that business all the way up, at least 10 years. She served nonstop, at least 10 years in that business. And then ever since, you know, stop in to check in, you know, because, you know, men aren't fair. He's had 2 wives and, you know, since me. And, you know, it's time for Most High to balance the scales. It's the word. It's the word. Even Abraham, at the end of his life, had to settle his affairs. And you don't have to wait to be on your deathbed. You don't have to wait up to be on your deathbed to do right by your first wife and kids and grandkids. You don't have to wait. Even the second husband, you know, because he cheated, he did not wait to get his white woman, his preference and his prize of life until after he was clearly done with me. He should have waited till we were all the way divorced. Because when he left me under the assumption we were working on our marriage. That's why we were living in my mom's house, a family property on my side. We've always lived in properties because of his income, the marriage. But once the marriage got to a point where we had to really decide if we're going to stay together despite all this crazy stuff we went through or not, when it got to that point, it meant moving to my family property. And he moved his stuff in. That was a commitment. He moved his stuff in. He gave me hope. And then he ran off. That's where the penalty is. That's where he owed me. And that's where this white woman owed me too. She took my hope. She took hope. Hope of love. Hope of forgiveness. Hope of a future. Retirement away from me. And he did it. He did it and used her. They used each other, you know. She was his cheerleader to make sure the job get done. Where he made a mistake was marrying her. You don't usually marry that person that helped you commit a crime. So, but he did. And so now they gotta suffer the consequences together. God don't like ugly. Cheating is wrong. It's wrong. And I'm on this vacation, being able to admit it, see it for what it is, confess it, profess it to the world, get my power back, get my strength back, get my Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, holiness back, get my groove back, hey, get my ability to think and love in alignment back together, because they got married. Just because they went all the way and got married on my time, on my heart, on my love, on my hope, on my dream. They got married on my twin flame time, on my divine kingdom marriage time. He was my kingdom husband. And she took him. And he ran off. Yeah. So this is one of those cases that's going to be held up in heaven. It's not going to be handled on earth. Not the first marriage. The first marriage is safe. It don't got to be held up in heaven. No, he and I worked it out. He just needs to work out things with kids and grandkids. But it's not nothing that needs to be held up in the heavenly courts. The first marriage is fine. I just want it to be known to the world, because this is all recorded. All this matters. Y'all might think this little video don't mean shit, you know, because I got my little swimsuit on and, you know, my little shirt is wet. You know, I got a wet shirt on or whatever, you know. But this video is very important, because my second husband and his wife, we're going to be in heavenly court together. And I can't wait. Baby, 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 I can't wait. Baby, I can't. Well, hopefully they'll just pay me out on earth. They could just pay me out on earth, give me full pension, and they need to make sure they stay together. They have to stay together, because he can't afford not to be with her. He can't afford it. He married and he couldn't afford it. See, when you're a polygamist, this is polygamy. This is a type of polygamy. He's married twice. I'm married twice. I'm polygamist, I guess you could say, or polyandry. I'm polyandry. Excuse me, I burped, y'all. I burped. But I'm polyandry. So I was married twice. I've had 2 legal husbands. That's polyandry. He's a polygamist now. He has 2 legal wives. I'm in divorce status, but that's a legal status. It's a legal marriage status called divorce. So he got me on backhold as divorce wife, and he's riding the current wife. Now, most polygamous men try to be fair and honest and bring the 2 worlds together, and, you know, just be honest with these women and say, hey, you know, I love this and I love this one, and y'all gonna have to work it out. I love both of y'all. I love 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all, 5 of y'all, and I got plenty of money for all of us, so y'all just work it out. He ain't do that. He don't want to share his white woman with me. And that's okay. I know how to get my own white women. A couple years ago, you know, I had a white nurse friend. I wouldn't call her a girlfriend. She wasn't my girlfriend. I wasn't her girlfriend, nothing like that. But I mean, you know, we were feeling each other. She was a white nurse. She looked way better than this piece of woman you scraped up. So again, hey, he wanted to share. We could have found a much better quality type of woman than what he was able to scrape up on his own. No, you're like, this woman is a trip. This woman is a trip. What is she saying? What is she talking about? How can she talk like this, y'all? Well, they secretly for years, at least 5, 6, I don't even know how long, went behind my back and developed a whole relationship and got married. And I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't have no say so. This is what they wanted. That's where the cheating, this is the extent of cheating that they did. That's the cheating. robbing me of input, robbing me of the opportunity to defend myself. I couldn't defend myself from being robbed or stolen. It's like someone breaking into your house, taking your couch, your TV, your stove, refrigerator, you just standing there like, you got the phone in your hand, you could call 911, but they probably won't come. It's just a home wrecker taking your husband and his clothes. The police ain't gonna stop that. Ain't nothing to stop. No. So that's why Most High has to deal with this. Most High does, because of my calling. By now, he and I were supposed to have a church. We're supposed to be co-pastoring a church. And because he disobeyed all this and said, no, I ain't doing it. I'm not going to be a minister. I'm not going to be a pastor. I'm not going to co-pastor with you. We're not going to have a church. And he decided to go off and run with somebody else. Trust and believe Most High is going to deal with this, because unless Most High give me a church on my own, which he's starting me in my basement. Now, from my basement, ain't no telling where I'm going to end up. I don't know. I'm not in control of this. I don't know what Most High is doing. I just obey. Seriously, y'all, I just obey. So, I don't know what Most High is going to do with this church situation. It's been in my heart since I was a child, and I've been always knowing this my whole life, that I was called. I'm purposeful. I'm a leader. I'm supposed to preach and teach. You know, I have a PhD in teaching. I mean, this is just my life. I've always known it. And I told him all of this before we got married. And he acted like it was no big deal. He's on point. And then as soon as we get married, next thing I know, you are black, you evil. You know, your sex is whack. Although he was hitting it 3 hours, 3 times a day. My sex was so whack. We were having sex the first 3 months. Every time we touch each other, 3 hours would go by. But yet I'm so evil, ugly, and whack. I didn't believe it, y'all. I didn't believe it. But when you keep sleeping with somebody who's putting that kind of energy out on you, it do wear you down. It caused me to become suicidal, and especially when he started doubling down with the kids. You know, he within the first year or two, he's pressuring me about adopting a child, and I just wasn't ready. I mean, if we're going to be married forever, if we're married forever and we're in our 20s, there's no big hurry to adopt no kid. He actually said out of his mouth that if we didn't have a child then, he thought I was going to put my career first. Now, I told him before we got married that I'm a career woman. Yeah, I got 2 girls, 2 kids, but boo-boo, I've started a business. I'm an entrepreneur in spirit, and I'm a politician. He knew I was going to go into politics. I had such a big plan, and he went out of his way to shit on it. And there was no defense for me, because everybody in my life was just laughing at me anyway. The closest people in my life at the time, I mean the absolute closest people that you can have on earth, were mocking me, laughing at me, waiting on me to fail. Okay, well, I failed. They all got their laugh, and they're all blocked. I'm not in contact with anyone. I mean, literally no one. Just my 2 natural daughters and their kids, and the people that love them in their world. And that's it. Anyone else in my bloodline, my family and all that, nothing. Because they watched me suffer my whole life since I was a child. They watched me be molested. They watched me go through bad marriages without help. No one really helped me in my bad marriages. They just were laughing. She thinks she all that anyway. You know, she got a PhD, she live in an expensive house, she go on vacations. You know, people really do be hating on that. And as soon as you fail, they're laughing. They laughing. They have a party. Well, guys, y'all about to watch me rise. And I may fall a few times rising. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make mistakes. And y'all going to laugh at the mistakes. Because y'all see me trying to get back up. And y'all laughing at me get up, saying that she ain't going to make it. She's so stupid. Look at her telling all her business and, you know, all of that. And y'all mocking me and laughing at me, and I know. But I'm going on with my life anyway. I'm still on vacation. I'm still going to own homes. I'm still going to own businesses. I'm still going to live my life with or without a husband. My life has nothing to do with a man. My life has everything to do with Most High. That's the only reason I'm still here. If it wasn't for Most High, I would not be right here. Because by now, my family and husbands would have killed me. Yeah, I would have been dead a long time ago if it wasn't for Most High. Because my husbands and my family would have made sure. Between all the molestation and cheating and giving other women what I'm supposed to have and my kids are supposed to have, per the Bible, the first family in the Bible, this country, America, not the native stuff, but the American part, we're supposed to be following the Bible. And first wives in the Bible ain't supposed to be suffering hardly none. Now the second, third, and fifth wives and stuff, they may suffer a little bit because of, you know, the hierarchy. But the first one, please. I may have tolerated cheating, and I may have tolerated a lot of stuff, and I may have had suicide attempts, and I may have gone through a lot, you know, been molested and, you know, just rejected and abandoned and denied and delayed most of my 55 years. But Most High put a fight in me. It's something He put in me that won't let me quit. Even when I'm trying to kill myself. Even when I'm trying to kill myself, He won't let me quit. He won't let the attempt work. At least not yet. So my death, even my death has a lot of meaning. My death can't be just any old kind of death. It's going to be very meaningful, my death. If I don't die of natural causes, it's because somebody just flat out killed me. Because I don't have a reason to have attempts anymore. I never had an attempt prior to that second marriage. The second marriage. I never had attempts. And I ain't had no attempt since he left me and married somebody else. Hopefully he don't transfer that energy to her, the new wife. The new wife, she better be careful. Because again, like I said, I never had suicidal energy on me. I mean, I was a molested child and didn't try to kill myself. And I never tried to kill myself as a kid. Even being treated that bad. That was disgusting. And I didn't try to kill myself. My first marriage, he cheated on me too. He left me for another woman. And I ain't trying to kill myself. So it's something about him. It's something about that second marriage that holds suicidal energy. And I just pray that it don't backfire on him or transfer to her. I'm just glad it's off of me. Oh, Jesus, it's off of me. Pour some water on that. It's off of me. Let's see, it was 2018. It was December. No, hold on, let me think. It was sometime 2018, like the winter of 2018, I believe. Because my sister had died in September. No, August. My sister had died in August, was buried September. And I think before the year was out, I was in the hospital. Because I had to like take over her house and try to, you know, it was a lot. And my husband kept leaving. He left for China when my sister was dying. He left for China. Then he came back. And I was begging him, please don't go, baby, please. I need you. My sister died. Our marriage is in trouble. And he just kept going. He just kept going. But it wasn't really the trip. It was her. It was the white woman. It was the white woman. Now I know why my tears and my begging him to stay. Don't go to China. Don't go to Tennessee. Don't go to Kentucky. Stay with me. I raised these kids for you. I did my job. I was here and I waited for you. I wanted him. I ain't care about no money. Do y'all know $1,800 a month for a pension is not a whole lot? After all the kind of life we live, you know, the kind of life that we live, having to scale down to that little bit of money. I'm not saying it's nothing, guys. I'm not saying it's nothing, but it's for two people to have to live off of, two grown people to have to live off of, because I didn't get to earn one because he wanted me to have a child. He wanted me to adopt. So now I have to live off of $900 a month until I get my well, I don't even get that. The pension ain't started. The pension ain't, I'm just living off of alimony, and the pension ain't started yet. But one day the alimony is going to be done. The pension's going to be $900 a month, and then I got to wait until Social Security to supplement. But in the meantime, I'm going to, you know, start businesses. This channel, YouTube channel, is the kickoff of the businesses I'm going to start. You know, I love to travel. I love to, so whatever I do, I'm going to make money doing it. Whether I'm traveling, speaking. Right now I do all this free on YouTube, but that's because I had to get a start somewhere. This is a free start, guys. A free start on YouTube. And now I'm physically getting out, meeting people, you know, putting together some type of legal team so that I can, because when I sue my ex and his wife to get all of my pension, and anything else, because he had a lot of bonuses during that time that she was stealing him, that he refused to share with me. He refused to share bonuses while we were legally married because he was with her. So I need a lawyer that's going to try to get me bonus money and pension money so I can, you know, have justice. He's moved on, I've moved on, and people may say, you ain't moved on because you're still fighting. Well, you can move on and still get justice. Just because you're seeking justice don't mean that you haven't moved on. You don't. You know, I mean, I live in my own home. I pay my bills. You know, maintain my life. So that is moving on. Moving on is when you wake up every day and do what you gotta do. You know, wipe your behind and, you know, whatever. Brush your teeth. That's moving on. I've moved on. He left 4 years ago. You know. But justice just means that I need some more money. That's all. Because after 5 suicide attempts and just, you know, being dependent on him because he exchanged it to raise kids. But then after I did the job, he said, well, I don't want to take care of you no more. Did you really think I was going to take care of you the rest of your life? Well, that's what you agreed to after I raised the kids. When we adopted those kids, that was the agreement. I would stay home, raise the kids, especially when we realized they were special needs. When they were special needs, you know, they both had, you know, IEPs and whatever in school, you know. And I was a substitute teacher. It ain't like I wasn't working at all. I just didn't have the kind of jobs that yield pensions and stuff because I agreed. I was dumb. I didn't know this man had the right to change his mind later and say, oh, yeah, you raised the kids for me, but guess what? Psych. I ain't gonna take care of you no more. Psych. You ain't gonna take care of me no more? And he actually put it in writing. Do you really think I was gonna take care of you forever? Well, that's what you agreed to. That's what you agreed to. And it's not right to expect me in my 50s to act like I'm 20 years old and hit the pavement and get another pension. It's not possible. They don't even offer them no more in Michigan. When we got married, pensions were still out there. But I'm 55 now, they don't offer them no more, y'all. He duped me. He really, really, really got me, y'all. He got me on purpose. On purpose. He didn't have to do it. He could have just waited for a white woman. Even if it took 20 years to get your white woman, you should have waited. Why ruin my life and me and my kids' life because you didn't want to wait for your white woman? That's the justice I'm seeking. So y'all might think it's something else. No, boo-boo bears. If I don't teach my kids to stand up for themselves, then they're going to be doormats like me. And just, and that don't sit with me. That don't sit with me. So I'm on this vacation, having a wonderful time. When I say a wonderful time, I'm having a wonderful time, y'all. And it feels good to stop and make these videos and share them with y'all. Because I'm still me no matter where I go. Whether I'm at home, at work, not that I work like that, but on vacation, I'm still me. I still got the same story. That don't change because the weather do. That don't change because I'm in a different town. A different country. I don't change, I'm the same. And I don't need no white person to save me either. I don't need no white man, no white husband to save me. I don't need no black one to save me. I just need whoever's going to be in my life to treat me well. That's all I need. Treat me well. Treat me as well as you treat yourself. Because that's how I treat people. I did not cheat my husband. Even though it was clear that he was cheating me all the way around. Now, at times, Most High would tell me to match his energy. Most High the one gave me permission to do everything I did. Everything. And y'all might be like, Most High wouldn't tell you to do this or tell you to do that. What Bible do you read? What Bible do you read? Most High would tell people to do some of the most interesting things. Yeah. And even if he told my husband to leave me and go be with this white woman, which I doubt, but if he did, he's prepared. Most High is prepared for my husband to pay. He's prepared for him to pay for it. If my ex said, okay, God, you sent me this woman, I don't want her, I need a new one. And God said, okay, fine, I'll switch out your wife for you. Most High is also prepared to make sure that my ex can cash me out properly. Because that's biblical. Because the Bible says that if a man no longer desires his wife, she's no longer desired in his eyes, write her a bill of divorcement. It has to be the kind of divorce that she can maintain her life with. The life that they have. To the point where she can get another husband. That's what the Bible says. She needs to be able to get her another husband. But what man wants a woman that's all broke down, suicidal? You didn't send me off the right way. And I wasn't able to secure the next husband because you didn't do right. See, obviously the woman you got don't care about quality. I care about quality. I want to be presented the right way. So, okay. So maybe that's what this past reading was about. Me being patient and waiting for Most High to bring me whoever he's bringing. I don't know who he's bringing. I'm being told he's bringing someone. This is what I'm being told. I don't even desire it. I don't see nobody. No one's on the radar. So if I'm dating someone within the next, I don't know, day, month, year, it's because it's God. Trust me, it ain't me. Because I want justice. I want justice first. You know what I mean? Because I want to, this is just me. Like I said, Most High is up here. He has his own plan. We be down here trying to figure out some stuff on our own, So, on my own right now, I'm solo. you know, getting in that solo lane, trying to figure it out, you know, trying to get comfortable. But then my spirit guides, ancestors, and my, you know, little people on YouTube that I listen to are saying, don't get too comfortable with the solo life, girl. Somebody coming. I'm like, no, no. They're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't like being cheated on. I hate it. I mean, I know I'm good at, you know, dealing with this shit. I'm good at dealing with cheating, man. I have to admit it. I don't know why. I'm good at it, but that don't mean I want to be dealing with it. It's hard, especially depending on the women. Now, some women are decent. They know how to be cordial and respectful and, you know, play the game. Then these other heifers, they just ruthless. Like this bitch. Just a ruthless bitch. Dr. Lesia, the Preacha Ministries. I am a believer like none other, okay? I'm not your everyday believer. I'm a believer, but just not the kind you used to. You probably spent your whole life calling me, people like me, heathens and devils and, you know, black and evil like my ex did. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm ready to go out there. It's so pretty out there. Let me show y'all one more time. If y'all can see it. That's where I'm gonna go. Check out the scenery. Once again, thank you all for listening to me, watching me, supporting me. Go from a unwanted wife to solo and fabulous, okay? Going from unwanted to happy in my own way. And can't nobody prescribe, ascribe to my happiness like I do. And can no one get justice for me like I can? No one. No one's going to feel as passionate about it as I do. Whew, it's hot in this tub. Alright guys, I gotta go before I dehydrate. Okay, bye.